All right, so welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be taking a look at this French piece titled Je suis énervé, which translates to I am angry in English. And, even if you don't speak French, I think that title kind of grabs you, right? There's an intensity there.
Yeah, definitely.
And as we get into it, we see it's not just straight anger. It's, there's a lot more going on. It's dealing with themes like stained clothing and last friends and this rage that the speaker can't seem to articulate.
Right.
So let's dive in and see what we can unpack here.
Okay, sounds good.
So to start, the piece opens with something really ordinary, right?
Right.
Almost jarring, considering how powerful that title is. It says, and I'll read the French first and then we'll translate it. It says, Je me suis déjà brossé les dents. Ce soir, je vous raconte ma vie. Which means, I've already brushed my teeth. Tonight, to tell you my life. And what do you think about that? It's so simple, right? Brushing your teeth.
Yeah, and it's such an interesting juxtaposition against that title, right?
Right.
I'm angry, and then it's like, I've brushed my teeth.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about my life.
Yeah, it's like they're just setting the stage, like getting ready, like brushing your teeth. It's this everyday thing. And then, boom, they're going to lay it all out there.
Right, right.
And then we hit these lines, Les taches de sang sur les pans de mes vêtements, bloodstains on their clothes. And then, mes amis assassinés dans les rues de l'innocence. Assassinated friends in the streets of innocence.
Yeah, these are such powerful images right from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, bloodstains, obviously, that's just so visceral.
Right.
Points to some sort of violence, a trauma that's like physically marked on the speaker.
Right.
And then, rue de l'innocence, streets of innocence.
Yeah.
I mean, is that an actual place or is that a metaphor? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'm leaning more towards metaphor, especially when you consider like the cultural context. Like Rue d'Innocence doesn't seem to tie to a specific historical event or location, at least not that I could find.
Right.
It feels more like this universal idea, right?
Yeah.
Of innocence that's been lost.
Exactly.
And then going along with that idea of loss, we see the speaker trying to articulate their rage, but they hit this wall. They say, La rage de mon nez, que je ne peux même pas dire the rage of my e, that I cannot even say.
Yeah. It's like the words themselves aren't strong enough,
Yeah.
Or maybe there just aren't words for this type of rage.
Yeah, like they're trying to reach for something, but they just can't grasp it.
Right.
And then there's this line about the moon, and this is where things get really interesting, I think. It says, Il m'en faut plus d'une pour vous raconter la lune. It takes more than one of me to tell you about the moon. What do you think about that? I mean, I have some thoughts, but I'm curious to hear what you think.
Yeah, well, I mean, the moon, it shows up all the time in art, in literature.
Right.
And it can symbolize a bunch of different things.
Right.
Hope or distance or time passing, things like that. But here, the speaker's saying they need more than one of themselves to describe it.
Right.
So that makes me think about fragmentation. Like they're so overwhelmed, so broken that even something as simple as the moon, as constant as the moon,
Right.
they just can't grasp it.
Yeah, it makes me think about everything we just talked about.
Right.
All that loss and rage. And it's like the speaker is searching for something whole, something solid to hold on to.
Yeah.
But they can't quite reach it.
Right.
But then there's this kind of shift. Like, je ne suis pas triste, je suis juste vivant. I am not sad, I am just alive.
Yeah. That's powerful.
It's a turning point. Like, they're not denying sadness or anything.
Right.
But they're affirming something else.
Yeah.
Existence itself, basically.
Yeah.
Like they're making a conscious choice
I think so.
to embrace life despite all these heavy emotions they're carrying.
Right.
It feels kind of defiant too, right? Like they're refusing to be consumed by grief or anger.
Yeah, I see that.
And then we get this series of verbs. Je donne, je vomis, j'observe.
Yeah.
I give, I vomit, I observe.
Yeah.
What do you think is going on here?
Oh, that's interesting. It's almost like a cycle,
Yeah.
like coping mechanisms, maybe.
Yeah.
Giving, maybe that's an act of generosity in spite of everything the speaker's going through.
Right.
And vomiting, well, that's just...
Expelling it.
Yeah, this forceful expulsion of everything negative.
Yeah.
And then observing, that feels like a step back.
Yeah.
Like trying to process and understand what's happening.
Right.
Make sense of it all.
It's such an interesting way to describe like that internal struggle.
Right.
The different ways we try to handle those difficult experiences in life.
Definitely.
And then finally, we come back around to that powerful line echoing the title. Mais ce soir, je suis énervé. But tonight, I am angry.
Yeah.
We're back where we started, but with so much more depth.
Yeah, totally. It's not just simple anger anymore. It's everything we've been talking about. Loss, grief, resilience, defiance even. It's like a culmination of everything.
Yeah.
And it's a declaration, like the speaker's right to feel,
Yeah.
to be present,
Yeah.
to demand to be heard.
It's really powerful, a powerful way to end a powerful piece.
It really is.
And while, we've been talking about the French language and different ways to interpret all this, I think at the end of the day, it's that raw emotion that sticks with you.
Absolutely.
Je suis énervé.
Yeah.
Really makes you think.
Yeah.
And I think it leaves us with some big questions. Like, is this a cry for help? Or a form of protest? Or maybe even a celebration, a celebration of just how complex human existence really is?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer. I think those are questions best left for each listener to sit with for a while.
Yeah, I think so too.